Right, good morning. Would you mind telling me who you are?
I'm Professor Gareth Evans. I'm a consultant in medical genetics and a Professor of Medical Genetics and Cancer Epidemiology at Manchester University.
And if I get it right, you have been on all three NICE guideline committees, twice as the chair and once as the lead, what do you call it?
Lead clinician.
Lead clinician, I thought that was what it was. So could you just explain to me a little bit about HRT and NICE guide, what people should be prescribed if they've had salpingo oophorectomy and they've also had preventive surgery, breast surgery?
So the NICE guideline 164 states quite clearly that if a woman has an early oophorectomy, so before the natural age of the menopause, which is around 51, that she should be given HRT up until at least the age of the natural menopause, and then it to be reviewed. So many BRCA1 carriers are having their ovaries and tubes removed in their mid to late 30s, and they're not going on to HRT, or their GP is stopping their HRT when they shouldn't be stopping it. They should have HRT as long as they're happy to be on HRT through until at least the natural age of the menopause. And that is to not only to improve quality of life, which it does in a large proportion of those women, but also to protect their bones from osteoporosis, and also it helps reduce the risk of heart disease from an early menopause. So it's a complete no-brainer that they should have that done. Women that have actually had bilateral mastectomy are actually at lower risk of breast cancer than the background population, because they have a 95% reduction in their risk, which even if it's 80% brings it down to 4%, which is well lower than the 12% for the average woman. So there should be no impediment to someone with bilateral mastectomy, if they're a gene carrier, from going on to HRT at any point. So if they're getting symptoms beyond the age of 50, then they should be getting access to HRT, and it shouldn't be just 2 years. It can be much longer than that if they're getting very good symptom relief. Ideally, if women with BRCA1 or BRCA2 are going on to HRT, it should not be a synthetic progesterone. It should be a natural progesterone like utrogestan plus the estrogen of the GP's choice. So it's quite clear that HRT should not be something that is excluded from women just because they're a BRCA1 or BRCA2 carrier. If they have an early menopause, they should have access to HRT. If they're getting a lot of symptoms after the age of the natural menopause, they should still have the possibility of short-term HRT, even if they have their breast tissue, and that should be a natural progesterone if they still have their uterus. If they don't have their uterus, then we know that estrogen only is very safe to the breast. It's estrogen and progesterone working together that is the risky thing with long-term HRT.
Thank you very much. You made that very clear, and I am a very big advocate of HRT, as you've probably realised. That's enabled me to do a lot more things until I'm nearly the age of, we won't talk about it. Okay, thank you.